Taurus, what's up? How y'all doing? It is time to go ahead and get started on your bonus reading for October 2023. Bonus readings is where I look at details or situations that didn't make it into the main monthly reading. And for October, some of those situations are going to include, but not be limited to, finances, because I've been seeing a lot of that requested in the comments. So that's coming up here in just a minute. Stick around. What is good with my Taurus friends, man? How y'all doing? This is your bonus reading. Bonus readings is where I comb through and I see if I missed any details, if there's any other situations or scenarios that you need to hear about that for whatever reason didn't make it into the main monthly reading. For those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, all the information is in the description of this video. All right, let's jump on into this. I'm starting this off. I'm doing something a little bit different. Starting this off with general. Now, since we will be looking specifically at finances, this does not have career and finance. This is general connections, such as friends, family, acquaintances, coworkers, and whatnot. So let's just look at the general connections that Taurus is dealing with. Let's see if there's any important messages generally that need to come through. Not romance. The World card in the reverse. Oh. So you had a falling out with somebody in the past that you have unfinished business with. Yeah, the Justice. Oh, Justice. I don't see any communication with this situation. This person is very patiently waiting to see if you're ever going to communicate with them. This kind of feels like a falling out with a friend. Doesn't have to be. When I say that, if the first person that comes to your mind is a family member, take it and roll with it. But I'm not, for this spread right here, I'm not seeing any energy that would indicate family. But again, it could be. This feels to me for the majority of you like you had a falling out with a friend back in the day. Could be a Sagittarius for some of you. I also have Libra here. They want to talk to you, I think. They just don't know how to start a conversation with you. They don't know how to break the ice with you. So they've been very patiently waiting to see if you're ever going to reach out. It don't look like you're doing it. Doesn't look like they're doing it. But I feel like they do want to work things out with you because this has been weighing on them. It's been weighing on them very heavily. And this came out in the reverse here. So I'm feeling like they do want to get this off their chest. They at least want to clear the air with you. Now, especially for those of you who had a falling out with your best friend, not just an acquaintance, not just a close friend, but your best friend. I know that's not all of you, but they've been very, very, very lonely since the two of you parted ways, with the Nine of Cups in the reverse here. Very, very lonely. It just doesn't really seem like the universe is wanting to open a door of opportunity for the two of you to reconnect. But for those of you who resonate with this message right here and you're wondering whether or not this person misses you, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yep, they sure do. Okay. Well, let's see how they feel about the situation. Hang on. There we go. Let's use this one. Good old Miss Cleo deck. Gotta have a Miss Cleo deck, man. I got this deck back in 2020. Gotta have a Miss Cleo deck laying around, man. Come on now. All right. Let's see how this person feels about the situation. Like the Temperance. Like I said, they're patiently waiting, hoping that one of these days you'll find it in your heart to reach out. Could definitely be a Sagittarius for some of you because that's the second time the Temperance came out. Nine of coins. Hangman, they're waiting on you. They're waiting on you. Oh, if you deal with somebody that dabbles into metaphysics and esoterics, it's possible that they could have thrown some black magic at you in the past. Especially if they were real pissed off. Y'all had like a bad falling out. You know, I'm feeling like, now again, I know that's not everybody, but I feel like a lot of you, especially if, you know, in romance, that's even harder to find. But a lot of you who watch tarot videos, you know, you watch spiritual content on the internet, you connect with people who dabble in the art of metaphysics and esoterics, which basically it doesn't matter if you're reading the tarot. It doesn't matter if you're reading runes. It doesn't matter. What you're doing is you are tapping into divine source energy for answers, guidance, whatever the case may be. And you're learning how to use divine energy for whatever you want to use it for. Now, divine energy is just simply divine energy. It doesn't care who uses it or how you use it. You can use it however you want. It ain't no different than, like, you know, those people who make the argument that guns aren't bad. It's the person that owns it. Divine energy is the same way. It's the same way. You can tap into it and use it for the greater good. You can tap into it and use it for selfish reasons too. And if you deal with somebody that dabbles in that stuff, I feel like they probably threw a negative shit ball at you at some point in the past. I think they're over that now, though. I think they're over that. They're past that now. But it's still coming back to hit them, though. Doesn't matter if they're over it. It's still going to come back and bite them in the ass if it ain't already. But the more time rolls on, the more they're just slowly starting to come to terms with the idea that I guess it's just over. But they do still miss you. They do still feel incredibly lonely. Let's see what the advice is for this situation. What's the advice? Boom, Tower card reversed. So that's a reconciliation card. If you want reconciliation to happen, it's probably going to be up to you to do it. I don't see this person taking any kind of action to reconcile this situation. What would happen if Taurus reconciled this situation? What would happen? They may kind of try to play it off a little bit. Kind of feeling like you all would be able to rekindle this connection, but I'm not. I'm kind of still seeing there being a little bit of a purple elephant, as it were. And so it would probably take a while for the two of you to kind of really fully trust this connection, because that past energy still hasn't really been worked through. Y'all would be able to rekindle this, though, if you wanted to. It's just all a matter of whether or not you want to go as far as being the one to take action. And you know, that first initial wall that you have to break through there in the beginning, of getting them to let their walls down and let their guard down and stop beating around the bush, stop playing around about it, and open up and be vulnerable with you. Getting through that process is the annoying part. But if you did it, I mean, y'all could rekindle this. Y'all could rebuild it. But you would definitely want to work through whatever it was that separated the two of you. Don't just stuff that under the rug and let it fall by the wayside. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at finances. Let's take a look at finances. Career and finance for the Tauruses that need to hear it. If you have a job making good old ass money and you're comfortable, you ain't struggling, you don't have any issues, this is not for you. This is only for the Tauruses who are wanting a change, or they're out taking action to try to create a change, or whatever the case may be. Let's see what's happening. What is... Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, the Emperor. Some of you are wanting a promotion. Some of you may be about to be promoted. But I don't think that's the majority of you. I think the majority of you deserve a promotion. You know you deserve it. You've been working really, really hard for it. And it may not seem like your efforts are being noticed. Yeah, see, disappointed because it doesn't really seem like your efforts are being noticed. So you're thinking about just giving up hope on this. And the same damn thing came through for Aries, dude. I think a lot of you have a karmic soul contract with your boss. Same thing came through for Aries. Isn't that weird? Okay. So I do see you searching for other options. Like whatever this is, whether it's a promotion or a raise or whatever it is, whatever improvements you've been really, really working for and hoping for, you're about to just give up hope on it and go start exploring other options that are available to you. Because with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, this just ain't cutting it. You know what I'm kind of getting to? Even if you did get that promotion you're wanting or that raise that you're hoping for, still really wouldn't make much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. It would help a little bit, but I'm getting here that I think the universe is holding off on giving this to you for a very specific reason. And not only is it, but this is not your forever job. Okay. See, a lot of times, whatever it is that you're doing for a living, especially if you look around and you see people who are doing better than you, or they're getting promotions and they're getting raises and you're not, you know why that is a lot of times? Because that's not your forever job. The universe is not going to let you get comfortable when you're in a temporary position. Because if this is just one stepping stone on your journey, the universe is not going to give you all the comforts and desires that you want, because you'll get comfortable and you won't move. When it's time for you to wrap up and go to the next place, if you're the one at the very, very tip top and you're just comfortable and happy and you got it made, you ain't going to leave that when it's time for you to. If you developed a good enough relationship with the universe would probably, make sure that you're very well taken care of, but it's not going to give you abundance where you don't belong. Does that make sense? It's not going to do that, because this is not your forever job. This is not your last mission. This is not your last assignment. Are there opportunities being made available to Taurus? Are there opportunities being made available? 9 of Wands. Yeah, I'm feeling like there are opportunities, but a lot of them are things that are outside of your comfort zone that you would not normally pick if left to your own devices. Yeah, I'm really honestly thinking there could be travel involved for some of you. For some of you, your next chapter in life, period, not just your finances and career, but the next chapter of your life for a lot of you is going to involve travel and movement. So there are opportunities available to you, but you probably just don't see them. They're probably right under your nose and you don't see them, because this is probably something that the universe is going to have to shove you into, because if left to your own devices, you wouldn't take that path. So the universe is going to arrange things in your life so that you're shoved onto that path and almost don't have a choice, is what I'm seeing here. What's the advice? What's the advice for Taurus? Now, disclaimer, this is not financial advice. This is energy advice. I'm not telling you what and what not to do with your finances. I'm telling you what and what not to do with your energy. What's the advice? Ooh, the Hermit reversed. Monitor your vibration. Start working on manifesting it now. Okay. And when you're working on manifesting, do not box yourself into this little bitty box of it having to happen a certain way. I know we would all love to just quadruple our income with whatever it is that we're currently doing for a living. We would all love that. But that income, that next income bracket, that income is on a totally different frequency. It's on a vibration and a frequency that your current stream of income isn't on. So very, very, very frequently. Like, say, for example, you make $50,000 a year and you want to make $500,000. Well, it would be lovely and beautiful if you could all of a sudden just get that big pay raise to $500,000, $500,000 a year doing what you're currently doing, but that's not going to happen that way. The overwhelming majority of the time, when it's time for you to make a big quantum leap like that, the stream of income is going to come from a completely different source. That's more than likely something that is completely out of your comfort zone altogether. So work on it, start manifesting it now, and understand that the universe is more than likely going to bring it to you in a way that you wouldn't expect. Be open to that. If you start working on manifesting it now, and then struggles start happening with your current stream of income, that doesn't mean your manifestation ain't coming. What that means is, okay, you really want this? All right. Well, we got to get this out of the way first. This has to clear a way to make way for the path that you need to be on. Does that make sense? Work on manifesting it now and be open. Keep your radar on. Because when you get on a manifestation path, it's always going to be the person you would least expect. It's always going to happen in a way that you would least expect. It's going to be the least expected everything. So have your radar on. Have your radar on and be willing to tune in to those weird, funny little intuitive nudges that most of the time make no fucking sense. It'll start off as a little whisper, you know? And it's like, why would I do that? What's the point of that? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? Follow it. It may not make sense for a while. But I'm telling you, when you get that little whisper, follow it. Okay? All right, let's take a look at singles. Single Tauruses and their love interest. I'm not feeling this deck. Hold up. Single Tauruses and their love interest. What's happening? Five of Swords. And the High Priestess. Okay. I'm seeing a battle between ego and intuition here. You're having a really hard time feeling this person out intuitively. One day, you are convinced that this person is into you and you all are going to be together. Then the next day, maybe I'm just making all that up in my head. And this person doesn't even know that I exist. I'm seeing this flip-flop back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. I'm not, you know what I don't have on the table here? A cup. I don't have a cup. Not one. Not one. No cups. No cups. No cups. No cups. You know what that tells me? There's not a mutual emotional connection. Even if you have all kind of feelings for this person, I don't think they have feelings for you. But let me just see how they feel about you, though. Let me just see if they're interested. They may not have feelings, but they may be interested. Let me see. How's this person see Taurus? What's their energy look like? Do they have any kind of interest? This person's going through a rough transition in their life right now. Oh, I don't even think this person knows that you're interested in them. I don't even think they know. Now, let me dissect that a little bit, because some of you have made it blatantly obvious that you're interested in this person. They may be kind of playing dumb, and because they just don't really understand how into them you are. Hang on, let me grab his super chat here. Message Diaries. Thank you for that super sticker. Appreciate you. But for whatever reason, I don't even think they're aware. They don't even know. Man, this person's going through so much shit right now. And of course, playing it off, pretending that everything is cool in their life. And they're probably going through something so heavy right now that they would much rather just play games and play around than have something serious. Anyway, I'm telling you, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords. This person is hiding a lot of pain. And I think it has to do with the last relationship that they walked away from. They are in pain. They are afraid of commitment. They are a commitment phobe. And just like the Queen of Wands. See, here's the thing about the Queen of Wands. She's one tough bitch. Okay. But the thing about her is she could be fighting a battle that would bring a grown man to his knees, and you wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't even know it. You have no clue what she's going through. So that's kind of where I feel like this person is. They're fighting a battle you know nothing about. So they're afraid of commitment with the Hierophant reverse. Could be a fellow Taurus for some of you. I also have Sagittarius, Taurus, and Sagittarius. You all know that it could be any sign of the zodiac. Those are just energies. Let's get the advice on this thing. I'm not foreseeing a whole lot of movement here. Let's see. What's the advice? What's the advice? Ooh, the Ace of Cups. You know what? At least if you want to think big picture, I know this is really, really hard to do in the moment. But if you can think big picture, like the next 3 to 5 years type shit. And you don't have to do this if you want. This is just simply a piece of advice that I promise you will pay off in the end. Let your feelings be known now. If this person is on some bullshit and they ain't trying to get with nobody and all that, there's not really a whole lot you can do. But let your feelings be known now, even if they reject you, especially if they reject you. You know why? Because if you give a person the opportunity to turn something down, one of these days they will regret it, because they're going to have to live with that. One of these days, it's going to be oh so obvious how valuable you are. Your value is going to shine one day, period. And when that day comes that your value is shining, everybody can see it. They're going to look at you and they're going to be like, fuck. Damn it, man. I can't believe I turned that down. Damn it. And they're going to regret it. That's when they're going to show up in your inbox. But you know what happens when that day comes? You ain't going to give 2 diddly dog shits. All right, so I'm doing something a little bit different with this too. Next up, we are looking at, hang on, the next person coming in, but I'm also going to squeeze past person in there with it. So if a past person is coming in and it shows up, I'll let you know. So I'm kind of bundling the two together. What is due to come in next for Taurus? What is due to come in next? Six of Swords reversed. There is past energy here. There is somebody from the past that does think about you a lot. So I do see some past energy in here. Absolutely. But look, unfinished business. Unfinished business. But the next person that comes in, I feel like is going to be a completely new person. Ooh. That don't look good. That don't look good. Kind of feeling like somebody's making their way into your life with some shady intentions. This might be a test. Actually, you know what? Before I say anything, don't hold me to any of that just yet. Let me clarify something real quick. Hold up. Damn it. I wish I had that. I left my other deck at fucking David's TV studio. Fuck it. It's one of my favorite decks, man. All right. Let me clarify something real quick. Pool card. Hermit. I knew it. I knew it. Yes, I knew it. Okay. All right. I'm glad I pulled back when I did because I almost ended up with my foot in my mouth. I think a person from the past is probably going to attempt to sabotage the next person coming in. I think there's some past energy here of somebody that don't want to see you do good. Yep, because the person from the past has not been so successful in their endeavor to try to find somebody new, even if they're already in a new relationship. I don't think it's very successful behind closed doors, and they don't want to see you do better. They're probably going to at least plan to try to sabotage it, try to do something shady and shitty. That's what it is. But the next person coming in could be a Virgo for some of you. It's going to be long term. It's going to be long term, more than likely. This person does have their guard up. That's normal. That's to be expected. You feel a really, really strong soul contract with this person. Some of you may feel like you've known this person for your whole life. You know, you may get that feeling, and that's because you have known them your whole life, and you've known them for your whole last lifetime and the lifetime before that. Because I think the two of you have unfinished business from a previous lifetime. That's why you feel that way. Yep. I hear that all the time. Oh, I get that all the time. At least 2 or 3 times a week. I get that in readings. You know, they'll say something to the effect of, was this a real connection? When we first met, it felt like I had known them my whole life. Yes, it was a real connection. You felt that way because you have known them your whole life. You've known them since before you were born. That's why it feels that way, because you have unfinished business from a previous lifetime. So I'm really feeling like you're going to feel that very strongly. And I'm thinking somebody from the past probably going to try to pull something shady. I don't think it's going to work out, though. So I don't want to scare you. Don't freak out. I don't think it's going to work out. It rarely ever does. That rarely ever works out, you know. Go date somebody, and then all of a sudden you got somebody in your inbox trying to talk shit about them. You already know that's somebody jealous. You already know. Oh, thank you, random stranger that knows nothing about me. I'm glad that you're so worried about me. Bullshit. You trying to hurt them. I ain't stupid. All right. What's the next person coming in's feelings and intentions? Oh, they got their mind made up. They know they want to be with you because they feel the same way. They feel like they've known you their whole life. Chariot, Six of Pentacles. And they want this to move pretty quick. They're a little bit intimidated, though, because of the intensity of this connection. But they're wanting things to move pretty quick. I don't think this person wants to tiptoe through the tulips with you because they feel the same connection you do. Look, I've known you my whole fucking life, dude. Like, I swear to God. Because, again, they have. So they want this to move pretty quick. I don't think they have any shady intentions. Aren't you a little bit awkward and a little bit weird? Because they're intimidated by this connection. It scares them a little bit, freaks them out, especially if they've never felt a connection like that before in this lifetime. Might freak them out a little bit. Looks good, though. Looks pretty solid. This person's usually pretty emotionally independent, too. That's another thing. Whenever they meet somebody, they're usually pretty good at controlling their emotions. And I think that you shake their emotions up a little bit more than most people, you know. Could be an Aries for some of you. Also have Cancer here. Outcome for the first month. What's the outcome for the first month? For October. Outcome for October. What is the outcome? Two of Wands reversed. Both y'all making a solid decision. Ain't nobody going to break this apart. Don't worry about nobody that tries to pull some shady shit. Don't even worry about that. It ain't going to work. See? Told you. Told you. Don't you worry about that. Going to be long term, baby. Kick your running shoes off. Get comfy for a little bit. Yeah, whoever this is from the past, trying to throw a pity party, play the blame game, trying to start some shit, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. This will be long term. And I think that'll be blatantly obvious before the month is up. And whoever it is that's hoping that the two of you break up, they're gonna end up being disappointed. Let me throw something out there for you. I don't know who needs to hear this. Anybody out there who is watching a couple that's happy, and you're wishing that something bad happens to that couple, do you have any idea what you're manifesting for yourself? Do you have any idea? Wishing that somebody would suffer for no good reason other than you're suffering? Do you have any idea what you're manifesting into your life by casting that energy? I don't know who needs to hear this. And I'm gonna hold the belief that the majority of the Taurus is watching don't need to hear this. This is for that one person. I know there's one or two of you watching. You're miserable. Your life sucks, and you're angry and bitter and pissed off because your life sucks. So you're watching happy people, desperately hoping that something bad happens to them. Well, that energy is why your life sucks. Doing that and casting those vibrations, that's the reason why shitty things keep happening to you in your life, which is just going to keep reinforcing that negative vibration. Wishing that something bad would happen to someone for no good reason other than you're fucking miserable and you want company is not going to do anything but manifest more bullshit for you in your life. Not for them, for you. I know at least one person needed to hear that. So for those of you who are not dealing with, but dealt with somebody like that, like a past person who has that negative, shitty, angry, bitter energy, don't you even worry. They're going to manifest so much bullshit in their own life. Just let them be losers. That's what losers do. Losers do that. Winners and successful, happy people don't sit around hoping to see something bad happen to other people. That's what losers do. And that's a choice. And so if they choose to be losers, let them be losers. Just wish them love, light, and healing. All right. Okay. All right. Rant over. All right. I feel like those were the messages that my Taurus friends needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. September reading sale still going on for a few more days. Okay, pre-recorded personal readings are $50 off. But like I've been telling everybody, entering into the holiday season and the way the economy's been going, look forward to better and more special deals and sales coming on more and more and more and more as time rolls on into the holiday season. And especially once we enter into 2024, if things are still looking as horrible and it doesn't look like they're getting any better. I'm an Aquarius. I'm a rebel. I like to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. So while everybody else out here is jacking their prices through the roof, I'm a natural born rebel. So I'm going to drop my prices down. Mine are going to keep going down and down and down and down. You know, so that's where I'm with it. I don't know. I just have that natural rebellious gene in me. So don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.